Hi Facebook world, I hope you're all doing well. Here I am, Janet Trevino again, talking to you about cuddling. And this time, I'm responding to a text message I received a few weeks back, and I just wanted to talk a little bit and break some of the stigma. This is a stigma is the right word, or if it's some of the misconceptions around professional cuddlers and cuddlists like myself. So, I am a professional cuddler, and I also am a sexual being. What? Yes. I am not asexual. Just because I cuddle doesn't mean I don't have a sexuality or I'm not sexual. I am sexual, right? So this is a text that I got a few weeks back, and I'll read it to you right now. It says, da-dum-da-dum, why are you on Facebook all the time talking about sex? That's very strange, my God. It's very strange coming from a woman who cuddles with her clothes on. My goodness. Okay, so I can be a professional cuddler, cuddlist, and I can be a sex geek at the same time. What? How is that possible, right? So this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I think a lot of us cuddlists are trying to do. We are trying to help all of us, right? Our society, help individuals, help all of us see touch is being, there's so many things that we can do with touch. Touch can definitely be sexual. I mean, that's great. If that's what you're into, if you are if you're into sex, sexual being, that's fantastic. We want you to be healthy and consensual and safe, and be pleasured in sex. And then there's those, there's some of us who also like to be touched in non-sexual ways. So we can have both. We don't have to choose one or the other. So one person said, and I used the word intimacy, and they thought, oh, intimacy, it means you want sex, right? And I'm like, no. Intimacy has different definitions as well. So you can be intimate, which means we have a connection, right? We're vulnerable, we get to know someone deeply, you express your feelings, you have a relationship. That's really present in cuddling. That's what I love about it, is that you can be open and honest and be yourself and establish this, depth of a relationship that doesn't always happen. Sometimes in even relationships that have been around for years, like you don't always have that intimacy, but that's what we build in cuddling. And then there's intimacy, being intimate, which means sex in some circles and in our culture as well. And the definition, if you look it up. So yes, intimacy, so you can be intimate sexually. And sometimes when I use that word, I have to just step back and remember, the people that are listening to me, they think of being intimate as being sexual. And so again, there's this fine line, I'm always walking it with people. So here on my Facebook, I talk about sex. I talk about, sex, I'm sex positive. I'm looking at sex from all different angles. I'm looking for ways in which we can have healthier sex and healthier relationships. And at the same time, I'm equally and as passionate about touch and human connection and being human with one another and having this deep need that, again, all of us, most of us, I would say, need. I want to say all of us need, but maybe not everybody wants to be touched. And so it's it's a thing. I also want to talk about, so there's always a big question. It's on the website, Cuddlist.com. What if I get aroused? What if I start feeling sexual feelings during a section? So, what do you do? So again, this is a simple explanation. It's what we just change, right? We change positions, we change our intention. And I've talked about this before in other videos. It's okay to be aroused. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in having a sexual expression. And why? Because most of us have experienced touch in a way that has led to sex, right? If someone at work touches your shoulder or maybe touches your hand, you immediately think, oh my gosh, sex, this person wants me, right, sexually. That's what we've trained our bodies to do. So with being with a professional cuddler or just cuddling with someone, you retrain your body to receive touch that's non-sexual. It takes time. It's not automatic. It's not something happens overnight. Some people take a long time to learn that. And when people tell me, well, what about, what if I can't do that? What if every time, I have a sexual response? Well, okay, we can work on that if they want to, but, I only receive touch sexually, right? I gently remind them that there was a time, and there probably still is a time, that if a mother or father or parent or sibling touches them, they do not have a sexual response. That doesn't happen, I don't think. usually in a healthy relationship with the family member, the sibling, with the parent, their grandparent, they don't have a sexual response. And when I remind them that, yeah, it can feel really good to be touched. It feels good when we have healthy relationships with family members to have that hold, right? And when we were children, we remember, not everybody, some of us remember, curling up into a parent's lap or in a sibling's lap or an aunt or uncle, someone that we trusted and loved, and that touch was natural. It didn't create a sexual response. So again, it's possible. We can have this. Either we forgot, either we've trained our body for only sexual response, and it's possible to get back again. So there's a lot of stories and a lot of truth in our bodies, and our bodies reveal a lot about who we are. One thing that I've also recognized with that is when people do experience arousal right away, and let's say they encourage it, they want more. Yes, and I'm trying to guide them in a different direction. What I've noticed is that it's because they're afraid of becoming vulnerable. So arousal, so getting excited, it's taking them down a path that they know. They know this path. They know how to succeed. They know how to triumph. They're feeling very confident in their sexuality. Yes, let's go down this path because this touch I recognize, this touch I know, this touch I know where it's going, and I know how to perform. And what I do is I say, okay, let's step back and let's not perform. How about be right here with me? How about become vulnerable? How about feel awkward? How about not know? How about living in the unknown? What happens then when we just can be, oh shit, I don't know what this is. And that's okay. It's okay to be in that unknown place, has become vulnerable, and that is another definition for intimacy. So I recognize that when there's people that don't want to go there, maybe they don't schedule with me, or maybe they don't come back. It's because sometimes those feelings are overwhelming because they've never had them. And so again, cuddling can be a challenge for a lot of us to say, do you want to go there with me? Do you want to become vulnerable? And again, not everybody wants to, and that's okay. So anyway, yes, I can be a sex geek, and I can be a professional cuddler. I can talk about sex. I can enjoy sex, obviously. I can be a sexual being in the world and talk about it. And when you come and have a session with me, guess what? We could just cuddle and not be sexual, and learn how to explore this other side of who we are. And that's beautiful, and it's great to be balanced, and it's great to have all of it. So thanks again for watching, and I hope lots of sexual touch and non-sexual touch, whatever it is that you want, I hope that you have it in your life. And if you want non-sexual touch with me one-on-one in a very intimate and vulnerable way, then I'm your girl. All right, you can go to Cuddlist.com and find me on there, or you can go to my website, JanetTrevino.com, find me there too, and watch my other videos. Thanks, take care. Bye.